All right. Hello. Oh, hear me now? Oh, hello from Aguatossi. Hear me now? Oh, hello from Aguatossi. Hey, Beta Joe. Oh, thanks for the sunshine. Oh, it's so cute. I love those little things. It's so cute. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing, sir? I'm good. Thanks. A city attorney. Yes. Where the light pole is, go past there. Okay. When you come back, it's yes away. Okay, let me sign up for. Sign up smoke and scan because it drives the aides crazy. Oh,
We listen to anecdotes.
okay, I need to get. No, I turned the Bluetooth off. It's just this building. I think if I'm trying to find out. I think if I go I might have to turn it to instead of spatial audio. I wonder if I could do that real quick. Look lovely. Is there a party going on? Is there? Ooh, looks like some kind of event. I can't even, what's the event?
Like a baby event.
Oh, May Day. Today's May Day.
Or
Oh, what's this event, sir? Is anyone welcome? The media? I have my press pass. Can I come with my press pass later?
What's up, something?
If you have a press pass, can you get in with a press pass?
The event's already basically over.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
I'm late. I didn't get the memo. Thanks. Darn it, I missed it. Hey, Dara.
The doors are locked on that. So you gotta go to the front. Yeah. There's nobody.
Oh, you're so sweet, Carl. I was like, you are too. You're all amazing. Oh, good, good, good. Eyes to see. Yay. Laura's not able to come in person today, but I think she'll be on. Calling in. Dang it. I wish I knew about this breakfast. I would have gone. I love crashing their stuff. It's fun. But invited crash, sort semi crash. Good morning again. Long time no see. Good morning. Okay, let me sign up. Sorry, guys. I do not know how I'm chipper today after yesterday 8.5 hours of streaming. Phew. So it's public comment. I do not know how I'm chipper. I'm happy I am. Okay, turn this in. They didn't give us any answers. They were in there for 40 minutes. I think it was 40 minutes. They did say that they did check and inspect the even the fire escape, but then they had to run. They had to go. They had a call. So I don't know. I'm gonna hopefully we'll get some answers. I'm gonna do a CPRA. Yeah, I was on 8.5 hours. Oops, hi. Hey, good morning. How are you? Good. Good. How you all doing? Good. Yeah, it was a crazy day. It was so impromptu too. I just wanted to go because I don't know. I worry about these kids. Like they are. Oh, it came out first page, front page in the LA Times today. They discuss it, and it's true. They are trying to go for hate crimes. They got major crimes to like. They're looking into it, so hopefully they will rule against that. It is not a hate crime. It's like, give me a break. It's trespassing and that first page of LA Times. Because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can change from spatial to. Hold on, I'll be right back. Is this sound any better? I switched it from. This was thanks to Ganja, who's very smart. I switched it. I'm gonna try from spatial audio to stereo, and if not, I'm gonna try mono to see if that helps with it. Is that any better? Hello, hello. You guys here? Oh, did I lose you? That's better. Okay. Oh, okay. Does it sound better than before though, Kathy? I wonder if I should try the mono. Okay. Amen. But the one I worry about the most is over there. Something's happened with their sound system over there that is really, really the lighting is weird, the sound is weird. So I don't know if we're ever gonna have good. I need to. I don't know what I have to do to make it good over there. I've tried everything so far, including different kinds of microphones. So I don't know. I think I want to confront. I wrote. Oh man, I was down in the hallway, but he was talking to someone. I didn't want to do it then, but freaking price drama. What drama? No drama here. Okay, good, good, good.
Yeah, the more you see the words all over that I and minutes and
Okay, good. So the TV, good. Oh, good. Yes, eyes to see got in. Good morning, mamas.
okay, can you hear me? Yes. Oh, yes, I just would like public comment, please. General public. Thank you.
Trying to study the agenda items.
Thank you very much. So good morning, everybody, and welcome to our meeting of the Board of Public Works for Wednesday, April 29, 2026. Mr. Knight, please roll and establish one.
Thank you, President. Good morning.
Appreciate that.
President for region this morning, President, Representative Virginia Choi, and to the head of the board of first President, we have one person, member of the public to offer public comment and multiple agenda items commentary. And then there's a Zoom platform available for public commentary. No reason, no comments.
Thank you very much. We will get started with the public comment, which is about the meeting of the public, the zones board. Public interest items will be provided up to 1 minute per person to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment section of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the board's public works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We'll start with our in-person speaker, Ida.
Good morning, everyone. I want to talk about over the weekend. You guys snuck in another permit, for the Bangladeshi event, which I have something good to report because I went both days, even though we need to know that these things are happening in advance. But for some reason, whatever between you and LAPD, something magical happened or a miracle happened that both sidewalks were open. And I couldn't believe it. And I asked the people, they were lovely, like the event people. And I said, and they even had their own security. They were not relying on Scientology security. And I asked if I could come in, and they said, yes, of course. And they were lovely. I purchased like a beautiful necklace. The vendors were like a food vendor was like, oh, I want you to try. Like they were so nice. And of course, I know Scientology was not happy because they did come and try to poison the well and say that we're horrible people and everything, but they didn't seem to buy it or care. That being said, doesn't mean I want you to keep giving them, especially when it's their events. They will keep, I guarantee it, the sidewalks will be shut down again. And we need to stop that. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what happened with this event, first time in 2.5 years, but I have zero confidence that they will ever, when it's on their terms or they're not, and they're hosting, they're going to continue abusing our rights. And, but I did want to say that because I'm going to say when something is nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll now transition over to.
Hopefully they keep up the good pressure.
Good morning, board members. I'd like to read to you, part of the post from YouTuber Ricky Scientology. The sidewalk was never just a sidewalk. For 2 years, Audubon Lane has been divided column that never should require that much time and effort. The issue looks simple on the surface. Scientology would easily take over public space around Elbow Public Way, walking sidewalks, and treating a city street like private property. A public sidewalk is supposed to be made public. It is not supposed to become an extension of Scientology's property line just because they want to control the objects where their buildings. So when both sidewalks in Elbow Public Way were finally open during the corporate event, that is not a small thing. That is a victory. And Alabama deserves real credit for that. Those who created, called into LAPD support this issue as well.
Thank you, RCC. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to give credit to whoever it is, you guys, it's LED, whoever got both those sidewalks open when it's supposed to be. You guys are awesome. they're awesome. Thank you so much. That's how it's supposed to be though. So we shouldn't have to be, like praising people for the opening those back. It should just be the norm. So hopefully from now on, it's gonna be the norm. But like I pointed out, this was more organized by the Bangladesh festival. It wasn't like a Scientology event. So when it comes to their permits that they're, it's just them, you really need to scrutinize those more and investigate more and keep those sidewalks open. Thank you. I yield my-
Great job, Gotcha.
You and we'll move next to our.
Good morning, board. So I was at the biggest, that Bangladesh event as well, and I also went to, the other Bangladesh event, to make sure the clientele infiltration wasn't happening, which was good. The only thing is that it was very obvious that it wasn't being run by the Scientologists. And that to me is also not only evidence, but it shows what an actual event would look like, even though Scientology still has control, because they do, because they're against, because they have these programs and specific events on the Elrond Boulevard because of this reason, to recruit people or to make look Scientology look like they're a good church, letting other people have their culture. It has nothing to do with the Scientology, it's for PR. So an event that goes well, where we were invited, when we were able to go, it shows that Scientology has intentions that are hateful toward the people that are exposing the crimes of Scientology. And so the current being stopped for any Scientology, period.
The very important experiences of the street with the Zoom platform. Receiving the top of the first of. Public are, you are. Our owls, all are. And we'll move next to Children's Voices.
You did her.
To speak. I wanted to bring up in 2009, there was a 13-year-old anonymous Scientology girl who attempted suicide. If you get an officer, Scientology girl, and the phone, which in other words means he picked her up, which is blessing in disguise. And that should be public safety concern. Also, on the Scientology member board, another woman explained, which is 5 years old. Yes, I remember one time that was about 5 years old. I was thinking something to the fall of the road. How do you play the jump? We call 5 years old. I don't know. I think it's done with the idea of my survivor. They come. It's kind of strong. I don't know how to do this one. Also, another time, like, carried on your position from 3 to 9.
Speakers.
Oh.
You spoke.
About 6 months.
Thank you, that's 60 seconds. We'll, you can see it. And it's like personal platform.
Yes, please.
Voices.
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead, go ahead, just talk.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate on the our sentiments. Thank you very much for getting those sidewalks open. That is the first step to actually having Scientology have to obey the law of the city that they've been occupying possibly for the last 50 years here, and we'll keep buying more and more important. And let's just touch briefly on this TikTok trend where they're trying to get children charged with hate crime. What I feel is they do not want you or anyone else to see how empty every single one of these buildings are. They are holding people hostage, they remove their door handles, they're chaining themselves inside with locks on the inside, they cannot be, and they're daisy chaining their emaciated bodies in front of the door to prevent children from doing a ridiculous TikTok trend. That has nothing to do with interrupting religious service. There are no religious services happening in the buildings that they've run into whatsoever, but they do not want people to.
I'll make you do one with the kind of series.
Awesome job. Thank you.
Yes, the, sorry, calling user one.
Good morning, general public comment, please. Yes, good morning. Last week in the city of Los Angeles, government operations statement was made that technical difficulties are occurring with my LA 311. It is nice to look behind, but here's the acknowledgement that there are difficulties.
It did great. Thank you.
But unfortunately, there's a unique part of the equation that affects the general public. While attending numerous community meetings, I have heard only 100% complaints regarding my LA 311. Questioning later, it was told that let's close, but nothing is done. I submitted a request, it's been over a month, nothing's been done. The failure to communicate to the of the system needs to be remedied before the technical difficulties are removed. I don't know the technical words on that, I don't know. When some of those designs, people on the screen, certain technical difficulties that they need, but please continue to use our very well, these work.
President, they mentioned we did the first monetary solution for public funds this morning. We had actually one additional increase in public fund part.
Thank you very much. We'll take our last, general public comments. Mr. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen of this arena. Are you the only person here to provide adequate use of sidewalk that you, the taxpayers, want? Referring to somebody if you actually own a home. Because a lot of white motherfuckers like me don't own homes. But unfortunately, I do. And I pay these fucking taxes like the rest of you morons sitting in here that don't give a fuck about the sidewalk or streets or the per person ramps that are ADA required by the 2010 standard that I, a white motherfucker, have been paying for years. Now, don't take it the wrong way, but there's a woman in here with 2 kids and don't give a fuck about Scientology other than allowing them to block our sidewalks and streets. Get a permit and pay for it and fuck Karen Bass. Thank you. My God, thank you. Madam Clerk, thank you.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the general public comment portion of today's meeting. Multiple public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item for the multiple agenda comment period. For up to a minute per item, 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item. Please identify yourself to speak on the call. We'll start with Ahmed Ahmed.
Okay. Good morning again. This is a difficult conversation for me because I'm like the type, I don't like to always, like, I try to be polite about this, but I can't anymore. When it comes to CD9, when I see anything coming up on CD9, when it has to come, when it comes to money and bids and stuff like that seem too much money, I get, I get concerned because why, like, it's like the elephant in the room. We have a council person who is indicted for fraud, not just one count, 13 or 14 counts. How can we, as citizens, have confidence in anything that comes out of District 9, CD9? Okay, and I have issues because CD9 is the one that was able to help Scientology bypass their permits for the Shrine event, which prevented Laura Femme from being able to hopefully get a glimpse of her father. His council district's the one that made a way for Scientology to be the ones that checked IDs to see if people belonged on that city block. Mind you, their event was indoors. They did not need any sidewalks, but it was CD9 that made that happen. I mean, his wife also there and his 900 form, his wife also did business with Scientology. So I have zero confidence, even just for the Scientology aspect. But the fact that he is indicted, he needs to step down, but I wish that the collective city, government would ask him to step down so we can have confidence back. Okay, we need confidence. So when it comes to bids, I'm asking you also to remember the human labor trafficking issues. We see it constantly with Scientology, but it's not just Scientology. And so now I worry about bids. I worry about also that gentleman that came a few weeks ago that told you that, there's what Geronimo, was it Geronimo that, or I forget, I don't want to give the wrong name, but so whoever, whatever name, that they are telling their bidders, the sub bidders to subcontractors to ask for double, to get from the city coffers. That's fraud. And so now I'm like worried about, like, when I see these bids, it's like how, and do we have, because we don't have the money, or if you guys don't have anyone to send to, like, to see if a permit is, being held right, or you have any people to really see if these bids are correct. So I'm really putting that, asking you to really put pressure on that. When it comes to the neighborhood councils, again, I want to see more neighborhood council interaction, and notification and invitations. Thank you.
Hey.
And I think you have one more. Yeah,
Oh, thank you. I see, so sweet.
Yes. And maybe you have not heard 14 indictments against current price. And the court system is so rigged. And if I was a black man like that, and a black woman like the one he has that he calls a wife, or is it the first fight or is it the second fight? Now, I don't think Mr. Price is a Mormon, but I believe he's an asshole. Stop stealing public money. Stop taking away from the taxpayers, Mr. Price, and step down. This place is so. It's almost like Scientology doesn't exist, right? And yet those motherfuckers get one after another permit with no charge by that fucking first black mayor who hasn't done shit right in this city. And those of you who want to vote for that type of shit is like voting for Peter Thomas, the former attorney for the DWP incident, ripping you goddamn taxpayers off for all those years, all those days, and he back his ass to the bank, looking at everyone in there who pays taxes, saying, "God, you bitches." But no, an immigrant attorney has proved that DWP is corrupted. Now, I'm not going to mention his name for the record because he has the right to be an anonymity under the rules. And I will put on record his AKA alias, Mr. Joe Puffman, developer, has disclosed all the information how you dirtbags and DWP have ripped off the public, have litigated lives. Stop typing this shit. This is reality. When you get people to scream, yell, and exert and amplify what the truth is. Now she's doing her job. You see, it takes a normal person like me versus the DWP and the city attorney with mental health who don't understand the problem. It's the taxpayers that are getting ripped off in California. It's the taxpayers, Jenny, that are not getting what they deserve. Sidewalks, permits, curb ramps, permits. And once I sue that goddamn Caltrans and that fucking asshole, idiot moron, Governor Newsom, you will learn that $10,000 is not for me to benefit, it's for me to handle the rest. I want Moreno Soto, one of those fucking turds and the fucking rats. Thank you.
very much. Mr. Knight, any virtual speakers?
We can start with Gigi.
Yes, I'm gonna just do the minutes.
Yeah,
So, okay, so if you guys did include the public comment in the minutes, instead of just saying if you proceed, someone can go back and see that the guy spoke about Geronimo Concrete a couple weeks ago and was talking about subcontractors and, or he was a subcontractor and was told by Geronimo to double or just make accusations that could be, you know, we could look back and see that, but we can't because there's no, there, all you say is public comments been received in the minutes for public comments. You should document it a bit more. You know, it's not just about what I personally say that I want in the minutes. I want you to go back and see what that guy, you know, said in general about Geronimo. Like, why can't you do the minutes? You don't have to necessarily, but why can't you just do it? And you don't mind taking a
I thought I was trying to lost some confidence.
Okay, to keep it very few that I think I can speak. I wanna again reflect on the neighborhood council, they need to be involved in this because I know the neighborhood council specifically where the two buildings are. If we had Hugo and all these people that were really interested in helping the city in this area do better, then the neighborhood council would be invited to interact with the public work event and see what permits are being given to the cult of Scientology, and which ones aren't. And then they can decide, the neighborhood council can decide, you know, with the neighborhood, what they really find is important and what is actually degrading and making the neighborhood worse. So Scientology does that. They are making the neighborhood worse. They are fearing the neighborhood of the people around them that live in this neighborhood. They want to have full power and control and want the people to fear them. That is not a lovely, nice group organization, let alone church. So please get a neighborhood council involved because this is something that if they were expected to uphold and make sure that the city and the local neighborhood all have those folks, so that they can fight against the crime Scientology and that is actually interrupting the neighborhood. And then we get with the neighborhood. I'm just gonna repeat this every single time, and eventually it's gonna get to a point where it becomes a legal issue. There's no reason why you cannot report being talking about getting Scientology revocable permit back to Rainbow Street. That needs to be put on the minutes. You have to have that emotion at least be addressed on the board as an option for the neighborhoods to vote on. We are sick of Scientology corruption. We would like to get the L. Ron Hubbard con name removed from the book, period, and put it back to North Registry. Because it's never been helpful, I would say. And the only reason we put that way was, again, to fear and control the neighborhood, make it look like Scientology owes and we have zero. And they are using the board and started and all of it to get away with it. So please have it on the next. Have people offering, they can put that down as other comments that people call in about regarding, you know, revoking Scientology permits and all of that, but also other steps. And those should be honored to get put on the minutes as well. As legal reflection so that we can say for the last 3 years, we've been begging you and trying to forcefully legally get you to stop giving Scientology permits. And they are using it to continue their cult, their game tactics. So please, I yield my time. These big work leaders to get the neighbors involved and get the Scientology revocable permits and make them aware that Scientology uses the neighborhood to infiltrate and to stand.
Great job.
Like,
Welcome, Parallax.
We're, just want to, it's a written, to make one more apology.
Please, Jim.
Thank you. If there is anyone else, which is suffered, multiple agenda item commentary, please raise your hand. I'll speak for the meeting. It's all for local item commentary, and there is no one.
Yep, she does. That was great.
Thank you. Please, public.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Wednesday, April 15, 2020.
My God, I didn't see you sneak in.
You were unfair at the
That's a-
Hollywood Boulevard Yankee called the
Right there.
fire department. Right?
Yep, yep, they did at least they did we don't know what the results are, but they did the inspection, thankfully. Hopefully we get results. Have a good one. Oh, you too, Gina. Are you gonna speak at the other one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna confront, Price. I'm gonna confront Price. He needs to step down. Like anything I see CD9 is like, is this fraudulent? All right, I'll see you over there. I'm gonna get oh, thank you, Irish Smart. So sweet. Appreciate it. It all helps tremendously. And I appreciate y'all. I missed the breakfast. I didn't even, today's May 1st for real. Yeah, he needs to, I can't trust anything. Anything. Jennifer got one, Fingy got one, Jen got one, Mamas, thank you for that. Irish. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to look like I scared you. Hi. I need to learn how to do all the accents. Thank you. No worries.
Maybe I was get that for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye. Did he call me yet? Right? It's a big long, it's a big one today. I think. Where were you yesterday? You were absent? I don't-
Regular council meeting.
I know, yeah, I was disappointed. I was gonna get myself kicked out, but I was gonna get myself kicked out for that.
I think you think.
No, I was going to, but then he said that they did take 600 comments. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll give him a break. All right.
What's the public comment?
So once I learned that, then I calmed down a bit.
I did 3 hours.
Duarte threatened to to tase me, so like I was like scared because you weren't here. It's good that-
Everybody wants to community power. That's what we do at POV. The way people
Oh, it's my jersey.
on the ground business, community organizing. So thank you all for, the support over the years. and,
Peter.
being special, every one of your colleagues who came out and spoke, they outdid themselves. So.
What the heck? This
This is our prevention program, and I just want Wendy to say a couple of words about the work that she does, which is so critical. Good morning, thank you for helping us.
oh, is there any more of these? Like this one starts at 20.
What?
It starts at 20. There's 1 through 20.
We was behind you last year.
Is that 1 through 20? That looks slim and
Really fun. I want to thank everyone for the advocacy for funding is critical, right now. But I think one thing that is really important to highlight is that,
I think they need more.
are affected by the death of one in 6 men, which is probably more. But it's also about.
Yeah, see, without you and Sabra here to protect me from Duarte, I couldn't get kicked out. I had to behave. More because not afraid I'd get hurt. I'm afraid that the electricity from the zapper would like fry his hair. Right?
Can't answer that.
No, we can't let that happen. Say hi, guys. Your fans. Casimiro. I know I have not seen you in a while. Happy to see you. Hey, Laura.
One of the things that we do at Peace Over Violence is that we try to focus on two tiers. One is prevention, so making sure that
What's his name has to step down.
and anyone who really is willing to listen about how to prevent violence. Like rather than making the violence.
Is the audio better than ever?
Yeah, and to be champion for this movement as well, which is, you know, I'm also thankful to be in our morning to talk about, violence. And so it was great to be here. The other thing that's really important is that intervention piece that Patty talked about. So, you know, we have a training program, we, taking volunteers who are willing to be trained and we have them work the hotline, and we're looking for their certification of time. And we also have to mention, we mentor, officers. It's so important. Not only are we educating social workers, but the future is really clear. Right? We want folks to understand that when people are sexually abused, there are lots of consequences to that, whether it's interpersonal, also community level, and then macro level too. So please don't shake. Again, I'm so thankful that those funding sources have we all have advocated for funds, have advocated for gas services, but there is still a lot of work to do. Still a lot of concerns. And but we can treat this as an epidemic and not as a priority. And we may also expect to see the funding follow. So again, I'm thankful to be here, and really happy that I can stand, again this year, to really honor again the work that we are all doing in the city of LA. I don't want to live anywhere else other than asking for food from the community, like their family. So thank you for having us. I don't know that today, the United States Congress has put out a resolution honoring Venom Day and a call for support for survivors. This is the first time, and it's the Congress, so we should be happy about that. Okay, and so now I'm going,
It's almost the brown hat Friday.
I need to hear what's serious. So we're gonna go in order. Thank you so much, and want to thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, for always taking this. So this is Yvette Fuller, here with Patty, and everyone from the Ohio. It's always an honor to have you here and to mark this day. As a survivor myself, and as someone who worked with survivors in my work, I know how hard it is to ensure that we are continuing to pay attention to this issue on a difficult basis, despite the fact that it is pervasive, despite the fact that so many people have direct experiences with it. I feel like the work that we need to do in order to keep this at the forefront and to ensure that policy change is happening is always a struggle. And I want to thank you survivors for leading in that struggle. And I also know that days like this are so important because so much of the work for accountability, for changing power structures, for changing processes that lead to abuse and to violence happen behind the scenes. They don't ever take about in public. And so the recognition and the attention that's brought to this issue on Denim Day is a marker not just of how important this issue is, how widespread this issue is, how we need to be but also just an acknowledgement of the incredible amount of work that happens behind the scenes to change the power structures, to change the processes that lead to this being an ongoing issue in our society. And I want to thank you all for your leadership on this and hope that we can continue to partner and do. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you so much, Councilman Rodriguez, for leading, here. and welcome to violence. Today is a reminder of how far we'll have to go in how we can survive sexual violence. Message is simple. Only women. When we say we don't consent, listen to the words coming out of our mouths, not what we're wearing, not what you think our body language is telling you, but our words. But we should be honest. Believing women is the paramount. Because, showing up for women means real support. It means making sure that women have what they need when they come forward. It means funding the systems that make justice possible. Making sure, for example, we have the LAPD civilian staff process rape kits, something we'll be talking about later today at LAPD's budget hearing. Making sure cases are investigated, making sure survivors aren't left waiting for help. Building the infrastructure so that when someone experiences sexual or partner violence, they can get help right away with housing, healthcare, counseling, legal support. That's the standard. Jen and Dave is a call to reject victim blame. It's also a call to meet that standard. Believe women that need to work to back it up. Thank you so much. Happy to welcome up my followers. Someone absolutely
Victims.
that's the systems themselves that promote justice and protect victims. We're here today, of course, for Veterans Day, but it's really a lot more about what something was learned and even what started as one court case. Today, this is actually about the system and whether they believe women and girls when they come forward. I'm really proud to stand with peace over violence and increase your understanding across the work that we do on the front lines of this issue day in and day out around the city. But if it's going to work, we have to be honest about what we are encouraging. And across the county, exploitation isn't theoretical, it's happening in real time. We see it as domestic and by partner violence. We see it in the federal corridor. We see it all too often in our own communities. It happens to girls, the young women, the immigrants, the foster youth, and to people who all too often are invisible and probably become statistic. And these survivors come forward all too often. They're met with the wrong but why didn't you say something sooner? We can't keep asking victims why they didn't do something different. We need to ask instead why so many systems fail to see them, to protect them, and to hold users accountable. And that means supporting organizations like Peace Over Violence, and absolutely does mean supporting the men and women in LAPD who do the difficult work of investigating these cases and holding offenders accountable. I spent time with them at the sexual assault section, and I heard directly from them what they face, the limitations, the work that they do, and with the challenges on getting resources to provide to deal with the trauma that these crimes bring. It is a survival of the work that we still have to do. So definitely again, as a protest against victim blaming, and that message is still necessary today in Los Angeles. So we're going to make it clear. We're not going to look the other way. Councilmember Rodriguez, thank you so much for this presentation today. Hello, council colleagues, folks in the crowd, and one of the folks that are joining us online. I want to start by thanking Councilmember Rodriguez for bringing this presentation today forward. But I always like to make sure that during this presentation, I give the props and the credit and the big thank you to the wonderful Patty Megan. None of this would be possible without her. I've been knowing each other for a long time. There's no speak that even I would like to say on this microphone, so we used to hear that, and so those who agree. This is how we deal with folks that are, you know, engaging in sexual violence, but, I don't say this to the consultants. Maybe I'll say it at the end if I feel like it, but here's what I wanna say. Sexual violence is very real. And I appreciate that we get to talk about this during this time of year, because it is uncomfortable. We don't wanna talk about it, we don't wanna acknowledge it. We don't wanna acknowledge that we know someone that's been a victim, or that we've seen it maybe in our lifetime. But this is the opportunity for us to talk about how it is. And if you really look at the numbers, it's a social crisis we're going through that this is what it is. It is technically a public health crisis with the way you look at the numbers. And we have to make sure that, we as leaders and those of us with a bully pulpit remind ourselves that it is also part of our responsibility, to go out into the community and talk about this and emphasize that what we also need is a platform for 55 fixing systems. There's so many things that we want to do internal to fix these systems. But at the same time, as a society, I tell everybody, there's no conversations about how we also need to just raise also better voice and stronger growth. And also be willing to tell folks that we see hitting that slippery slope of behavior to stop. You know, we also have to immerse ourselves and make sure that there's an ending to this. I know college universities do a lot of work related to talking about this, but everyone and every system has to play their role. And I think that it's important to acknowledge that this was a year where we were reminded of how prevalent the problem is. I mean, if we, the Latino community this year, the Chicano community lost a leader. As we heard stories about sexual abuse in the, agriculture and farm worker movement. We, California lost a candidate for governor. That's how prevalent it is. And we all know, and we're all still shocked, and I think some of us can't even go to sleep when we really think about how we actually have this really discussion and these activities prevalent at the highest level of government with our president. But again, for those of us who are disgusted and are happy with what has been unpackaged, we all play a role. So I want to thank you, Patty, and everyone over at Peace Over Violence for not allowing us to forget this and to continue to talk about it in this unique way that has everyone here looking like we're in high school. I dig it, but it's about the conversations. Let's make sure that it goes above today's event. Thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Chair. I just want to start by thanking Councilmember Rodriguez and our champion, the change, the real character, for bringing this to light, for organizing, and for making sure that our voices are heard. Wednesday is the day of powerful solidarity, where we use our denim to protect, to protest, the destructive, harmful myth that sexual violence is ever the victim's fault. Now more than ever, it's our duty as a city to protect, to believe, and to uplift those who have survived from this kind of trauma. This morning, at the rally, we heard from a thriver, not a survivor. She's a thriver. Who was raped by her father at 4 years old. And it really broke my heart because as a child, you can't explain it. You don't even know who to talk to. When a trusted family member has abused you this way. When we think about what happens in homes, we have to remember to listen to children. If they tell you something hurts, believe. If they tell you they don't want to go somewhere, don't go. Make sure we get to the doctor so that they can get checked out. And you know what? Don't be afraid to change your household structure. You have to save that child. And I really want to talk about. I really want to talk about saving children. The cliches that they are, people that they really are. Peace over violence works tirelessly to empower survivors to back against, we can. So those are going to have to pay attention. I also want to recognize the incredible work done in the 10th district by organizations like the Denver. They also work every day to protect their families and their families, helping them avoid the path that is horrible. We're deeply grateful for their essential service. So to every survivor, I'm going to call you a thriver, because if you're here today, or if you hear my voice, you're doing the best that you can, prior that you were done. And I just want to thank you for your love. I want to let you know we see you, we stand with you, and we're committed to building a Los Angeles where your safety and your voice is prioritized. Thank you, and I want to wish up my good friend from the 14th district, our closer. I'm just one for that.
Thank you so much to Councilmember Rodriguez for your leadership on this issue and for Patty, the founder, as it said on your jacket. To be honest, I'm pretty nervous to stand up here today. I hate to say, I really hate to say. I hate that we have to stand up here to discuss this issue at all. I remember last year, the shock I felt realizing that I could speak on this issue with this League of Strong Women and confront it head on because I'm the leader. And at the same time, I was processing in real time all the moments this had happened to me and to all the other strong women that I live here. Because the truth is, in politics and in movement spaces, and more than we care to admit in our families, this has happened far too often and is often a open secret. Sexual assault and sexual violence are realities that women and non-binary people disproportionately face at home, in the workplace, outside. Too often it becomes part of our culture in the name of protecting institutions, preserving reputations, or shielding people who are otherwise seen as honorable. Too many are forced into silence. A decade ago, I was an assistant in politics. There was someone who made me uncomfortable, who commented on my clothing and made unwanted advances at me and touched me when I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to say anything. As a single mother, I relied on this job for healthcare and cared about the office and who I was serving. I didn't want to ruffle feathers. I told myself that this was just part of the cost of entry of being in this field. It wasn't until an intern made a formal complaint that I realized I'd been accepting something that I never should have. Now I work here again in a council led mostly by women, and I can say that the culture in Los Angeles City Hall has changed. But change doesn't mean cure. There's still elected officials with nicknames that have to do with their behavior with women and how they hug them inappropriately. There's someone that we call happiness that I tell my staff to not leave it alone, especially if they're a woman, because of the way that he behaves. Even when conduct is not overtly sexual, there are people who test boundaries physically in order to impose themselves and gain power. They corner you in public spaces, they force interactions despite polite refusal, they maneuver through crowds, even onto this floor, just to invade our personal space, even as we are elected officials. I have had men try to conduct business by towering over me, raising their voice, and using intimidation where respect should be enough. This all may seem too small to some people, but it's not. This is the dominance, the everyday mechanics of patriarchy, the core of what we are against and what we're fighting over day and day. That's what peace over violence means. So, when someone uses a badge, a title, a position, or their sex and gender to force compliance with their demands, sexually or otherwise, it strips these people of their agency. And that's why we're standing here today. Because while others have stepped down because the allegations have come out, the reckoning, as Councilmember Rodriguez mentioned 11 months ago or so, that reckoning is still incomplete. And it is upon us to make sure that the institutions and the systems that we permit this behavior end with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, for making, presentation today and this, ritual that we do every year in this building, in our city, to lead the movement against, sexual violence. I got a few members on the queue, beginning with, the chair of our public safety committee, Councilman Whitley.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I just want to say thank you to you for all that you do, not only today, but throughout the year to help raise voices of people affected by sexual violence. And I agree with today's event outside had a different feel. I was saying cohesiveness, because you had a bunch of groups and just a bunch of people who were supporting each other. And that was really, it was great to feel that. So I do feel that especially of today. Thank you always to the people that you bring with you that are brave enough to share their experiences and what the trauma that they went through. I said those are powerful. You hear about what people are experiencing in their life that many of us may seem just unbelievable, but yet that they are happening. And every year you bring someone who is willing to step up to the microphone and share their story. It's incredibly powerful for all of us. 7 days become our annual reminder, but it is something, annual reminder that it is not just about this day, it's about every single day and what we do. And thank you, for keeping our friend, the part that we play, with our schools, our communities, but especially in our own homes. And it's our part of playing is helping raise the next generation of men in this world. So thank you to Peace Over Violence and for everything you do to help raise all the voices. And just this year, soon be your voice. And that's something that you have to mind for. Thank you. So thank you so much. And they come from where I read this.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee. Mr. Price.
I understand solidarity with the thousand. Sexual violence is never okay, never okay. So, support them, stand up and speak out. Never can. So say thank you for leadership today, thank you for something that we all hope, legally. Really, I don't present that we should. We're still, happens for two pretty, but we're important that it's focused on the important raising the awareness. Yeah, sexual violence under any circumstance, never. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sotomayor.
Councilman Rodriguez, thank you again for doing this presentation, Patty, for Fire Violence Organization, for all my female colleagues for sharing their stories and reminding us that this patriarchy comes in many different forms, in microaggressions, physical acts, and that we just need to do better, right? So, I'm proud to be here today with you all and find it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Soto Martinez and all members of the council, and to those who have presented. I just want to take the opportunity to lift up and thank and acknowledge as a true Los Angeles hero, our own Patty Giggins. Let's give her another big round of applause. We sit in these seats and we can, make statements and we can change laws, and that's very important. I don't want to underestimate or devalue the importance of policy. But those of us who've been around a while know that policy only really matters if you change hearts and minds. And you've led the movement to do that. This Denim Day is a cultural phenomenon. The second largest city in the country. You can't do business in this city on this day any year without seeing somebody wearing denim. And you ask, why are they wearing denim? And you have to confront this issue. An issue that doesn't come up any other kind of way in most cases. And so thank you for challenging the policymakers, but most importantly, building a movement to challenge the culture, to move, change norms, to make things that were acceptable or things that we were silent about, things that we are not silent about anymore, all of us. Women and men and, people who are involved and people who are uninvolved. When people know better, and because I think of you people know better, there are lots and lots of people who do better. And so I want to thank, everybody for part of this movement and hope that it lasts, in this city until the very last incident of sexual violence in our society. So thank you all so much, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you so much, Congressman, for all the words and support. It's incredible that, you know, to work as well this morning and the turnout. It really was remarkable to see how many people are standing up and speaking out. And it's frankly born by the incredible strategy that is against the cause. So it's an example of we all need the collective voices to seek justice for victims at every level, especially within our own government. And so without having, on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, thank you for your example of heroism and leadership for this 27th annual Down Day. And all I have to say is, release the band has been fun.
I feel like photo about one more. I'll see him after.
Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. President. Due to current error, can we please have the council reconsider items 19, 20, and 24?
Yes, let's open the roll on reconsideration of 19, 20, and 24. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote. Tabulate the vote.
There's you go. Glad I didn't stop it out of the way. It's not even Friday.
Do we need to do a voice vote?
Otherwise,
12 on, all right, here we go. So we're reconsidering, I just want to make sure I put on the record that Mr. Price has to be recused for one of those items. And
I wonder why.
sure, we put on the record that we mistakenly call that item without you being able to recuse, so we're reconsidering now, so you will be able to actually recuse, but that is our mistake. The mistake of, the chair and the clerk, not the mistake of Councilmember Price, for the good of the record. Councilmember Hunt.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to reconsider item 61 for technical change. The use count should be 70 units and not 71. Sarah, I'd like to drop this item as amended with the technical change.
Did we already vote on this item?
No, sir, it's not. It should be reconsidered.
There was put that in. Councilmember, I'm sorry.
Sorry, we're in a bucket.
Está
So sorry. No, no one.
que es la cámara.
Park.
Let me back up. It's okay. No, no, it's okay. You're fine. Are you part of the movie presentation? I'm just viewing. Oh, here we go.
Before we go to our second presentation. That we're gonna call on Councilmember Dorado and Councilmember Soto.
Council President, want to first of all thank all the labor leaders of the mayor organization here
He
today.
does not care about labor leaders. He doesn't care about labor, so
Thank you, that's right.
ask something.
The city of Los Angeles which will happen in 2 days. Every year on May 1st, people around the world come together to celebrate International Workers' Day. Originating a celebration in recognition of the Haymarket Affair in Chicago, 1886, and the socialist struggle for workers' rights. It is now a day when people recognize the struggles and victories of the working class who make our society thrive. And here in Los Angeles, May Day has an extra special meaning. One of the first big May Day marches in Los Angeles was in 2000, when Shirla, the Garment Workers Center, the Filipino Workers Center, the Korean Immigrant Worker Alliance, and others came together in an incredible coalition of Filipinos fighting for immigrant and workers' rights. Then in 2006, La Gran Marcha, the big marches, saw millions of people take to the streets across the country to protest unjust immigration laws at the federal level. La Gran Marcha culminated in a massive march on May 1st here in Los Angeles on what became to be known as a day without immigrants. It is truly one of the most inspiring events that have ever happened here in the city of Los Angeles. One that has inspired many people, including myself, to be part of some of these areas than just an individual self. And since then, May Day in Los Angeles has become not
Making this up.
well. Today, celebrate 20 years to that Gran Marcha, and more than ever, we feel the importance of solidarity as we bring our voices together with the fight that forward fashion is driving so much of our politics today. So thank you all for being here today, celebrating with us, and hope to see you all on Friday at 10 a.m. at the Parker Park, where the march will be ending right here at Gloria Molina Grand Park, as we take to the streets to uplift immigrants and workers of the city and of this country. And now I'd like to introduce a friend and colleague of mine, the councilman for the 14th district of the city of Los Angeles, where the May Day march will be concluding this Friday, Councilwoman Isabel Bravo.
Good morning, everyone. Again, on May days, we're here to say something simple and true. Workers run this city. Without workers, lady jobs, I'm talking about child care providers, holding families together so parents can work, teachers showing up for our kids, even when resources fall short, hospitals, janitors, cooks, delivery drivers, street vendors, essential workers, people who keep the city moving every single day. And even in these hard times, what we know to be true is that workers still show up. You keep working, you keep caring for the city, and even when it doesn't always care for you in the ways that you need. And that's why I'm proud to stand with Caressa, Nidetska, Chiblan, NCIU 721, and so many others who are not just talking about justice, they're delivering it in real time. No, you're right, showing up when it matters most, because in Los Angeles, we believe in dignity. We believe in protection, and we believe every worker deserves to live and work without fear. So let me be clear, we will not accept the race as normal. We will not accept families being torn apart, and we will not stop fighting for the people who make this city possible. And on May Day, we don't just honor this, we make it. And so I'm excited to see you all on May Day 2026. Come out with us, come out with the workers, and stop the city. And police survivors. Thank you.
Today in Washington, D.C., the Supreme Court is hearing cases about temporary protected status for over 300,000 immigrants. These are folks from Ukraine, Haiti, Syria, El Salvador, and Honduras. These hearings tend to impact the lives of so many of our friends, family, and neighbors, many of the folks that we know personally. So today I'm honored to introduce someone deeply involved in that fight, a community leader, a TPF holder from El Salvador, a construction supervisor, and a member of the Carecen TPS Comité. Please welcome Santos Gonzalez.
Muy buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Santos González.
Yes, good morning, everybody. My name is Sandro Gonzalez.
Soy originario de El Salvador, vivido en Estados Unidos por más de 26 años.
I'm originally from El Salvador, but I've lived in the United States for almost for about 26 years.
Soy padre, cabeza de familia y trabajo en el área.
I'm a father, I have a family, and I'm working.
En este momento estamos viviendo un poquito de incertidumbre por respecto al TPS.
Right now, we're living a lot of uncertainty about TPS.
Aunque mi permiso de trabajo está vigente hasta el 9 de septiembre, esto no me da seguridad ni estabilidad laboral.
Even though my work is from the district here until the 9th of September, that doesn't give me the guarantee or security and stability.
Porque todo está en litigio con la corte.
Because all is in litigation behind our court.
Quiero mencionar que hoy, en este día, en la otra corte en Washington, D.C.,
I want to mention that today, right now, the other side of the country, Washington, D.C.,
compañeros del TPS están afuera de la Corte Suprema
are here, the CPS are right outside of the Supreme Court.
donde escuchan argumentos
They're here to argue
sobre el caso de los hermanos de Sigue y Equi.
of the cases with the brothers. Yes,
Pero esto no solo define el caso de Sigue y Equi, sino que afectará, la decisión que tomen afectará
but this not only affects the case involving Syria and Syrian cases, but it will also affect
a más de 1.3 millones de beneficiarios del TPS.
more than 1.3 million beneficiaries from TPS.
Nosotros aquí desde Los Ángeles hemos enviado a un grupo de más de 40 personas
Us here from Los Angeles, we have sent out a group that is composed of 40 people
de diferentes partes de California en apoyo a la comunidad cristiana en Washington, D.C.
many people from California, from all over California, first back on support that community out of Washington. DC.
Muchos han viajado en avión, tren,
Many have traveled with planes, by train,
automóviles
or
para llegar a escuchar de lo que se habla en la Corte Suprema, ya que eso afecta mucho a todos los cristianos.
for the hearings that taking place for because it is affecting all of us, many of us. TPS.
Recordando también de que Honduras, Nicaragua y Nepal están también bajo el sitio en la Corte.
Remembering that Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal are also under litigation before.
Y entre estos tres países no tienen una protección en estos momentos.
These countries don't have any protection.
Por lo tanto,
And they're living through an uncertainty.
ya que están perdiendo lo que es trabajo, licencia de manejar, seguro médico,
If they're losing work, their driver's license, that's medical coverage.
Por esta razón, le pedimos que priorice el financiamiento para servicios legales y programas comunitarios.
And for that, we ask that you prioritize resources for social services and legal organizations.
Ya que en estos momentos de incertidumbre,
Because now during these uncertain times,
estos recursos serían de mucha importancia para nuestras vidas y toda la comunidad cristiana.
these resources would be a high important for all of us in our communities and many of the people of TPS.
Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks so much for uplifting the fight. Yeah, it's currently happening right now with Asians and Syrians, but we know that everyone is at risk on that. Yeah. Next up, I would like to introduce a jornalero, a day laborer from the Cypress Park Job Center to share his experience. As you know, day labor's been the area most attacked under the federal administration. So I'd like to see what people say, Pepe de la Torre.
Buenos días, gracias a todos.
Good morning, thank you.
Yo soy jornalero por más de, puedo decir que más de 40 años. Ahorita estoy como en casa en el Cypress Park Labor Center para leer.
Yeah, I've been a day laborer for, I think, more than 4 years, but right now I'm in my house in the Cypress Park.
Estoy súper agradecido y contento en ver a toda la gente aquí tan hermosa, unidos, la comunidad y todos los ustedes de aquí. Nunca me imaginé venir a ver esto, y a mirar esta bandera norteamericana, mexicana y de todas las naciones.
I'm very grateful to see everybody here, everybody united. I never really imagined coming here, seeing all the flags, the North American flag, Mexican flag, everything just all together.
Bueno, había pasamos un poco de violencia allí en el México y de parte de ahí.
On a day-to-day basis, we have suffered much violence there at Home Depot at the hands of ICE.
No me quiero ser víctima, pero yo tengo bastante suerte y bastante fe y ánimo, pero hay personas que sufren más que yo, pasando con miedo, de no ir al centro de trabajo y no pueden proveer comida para su familia.
Myself the victim, I've been very lucky, very fortunate, but there's other people who aren't as fortunate as me. They have not been able to go to the worker centers to find work and to be able to continue to provide for their families.
Ahí centro, en el centro donde estoy ahorita, me siento como en casa, me han ayudado bastante económicamente, pues, a encontrarme el trabajo y claro, ponerle mi parte también, hacer un buen trabajo, respetar a la comunidad y servir a la comunidad.
And me, the day labor center, it's been kind of like my home for me. They've helped provide me with work and economic stability, and even me, I take pride in being a hard worker and helping out the people.
Claro, tengo el apoyo de todos mis compañeros que aquí de atrás y del frente que son grandiosos.
And I was support of all my great people that was behind.
Dar las gracias y decirles que soy muy agradecido con todos ustedes por lo que están haciendo, por estar apoyándonos y quisiéramos, pues necesitamos tener muchas necesidades, no es perfecto nuestro lugar, pero es hermosísimo, más fondo.
I'm here to tell you, well, I'm very grateful and I appreciate all the support and everything you guys are doing. Our community still has a lot of these stuff. We still need a lot of funded resources for the center.
Muchas gracias.
We also really wanted to highlight the workers of the movement today. So our next speaker is the Los Angeles fast food worker who has been an active member of the California Fast Food Workers Union for the past 4 years. You've probably seen her here giving public comment. She has fought and won higher wages, which is at the state level. And now she's fighting here in this building for safe working conditions and paid time off. Please welcome Candida Masi.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Candida Martín. Llevo 30 años trabajando en McDonald's aquí en Los Ángeles.
Hello, my name is Candida Masin, and I have been working at McDonald's here in Los Angeles for 30 years.
Y soy parte del sindicato de trabajadores de comida rápida aquí en California.
And I'm part of the fast food workers union here in California.
Es un honor estar hoy con ustedes celebrando el Día Internacional del Trabajador.
And it's a privilege to be here with you today to celebrate International Workers' Day.
Hace poco, a solo una cuadra de mi tienda, vivimos rodeadas sin muchos de agentes de inmigración.
Just recently, a block away from my store, we ended up, having illegal rains.
Vi a mis compañeros con mucho miedo. Vi a un padre llorando por temor a ser separado de sus hijos.
I watched people go through a lot of fear. I watched a father in fear being separated from his children.
En ese momento, conociendo mis derechos, me puse de pie para calmar a mis compañeros y clientes.
In that moment, knowing what my rights were, I got up to both calm my coworkers as well as mine.
Recordándoles que todos tenemos derechos sin importar de dónde vengamos.
And reminding them that we all have rights, no matter what the
Mientras tanto, los corporativos como McDonald's no hacen nada para protegernos.
but still the fear persists as corporations like McDonald's don't let us protect them.
En un Twitter de aquí de Los Ángeles, los gerentes están demasiado por llamar a ellos y los trabajadores denuncian abusos como el robo de salario.
In fact, here in Venus, like here in Los Angeles, the owner threatened to call ICE if people would accusations of things like salary, like wage theft.
Estos compañeros finalmente conocieron sus derechos a través de nuestro sindicato y fueron a la huelga.
Finally, for a union, these coworkers, these workers that their rights were. And when
Nuestros derechos nos levantamos, por eso los trabajadores están luchando por una
that's easy as it's like, that's why we're asking for a law that makes sure that we can learn what our rights are.
obligatorios sobre derechos laborales.
Learn about our legal rights.
Pero no se ni controlados por las empresas, porque sabemos que
Last time.
Are you sure? Is everyone going to speak?
I mean, they didn't give me the lineup, but it's not supposed to be. They're supposed to have 20-minute limits.
virtual
I'm like really bored and my battery's going down. I
Yeah.
just want to,
Hopefully, we'll start public comment after this.
can you make sure I get in?
Hey, we should be wrapping. There was only 2 scheduled for today.
Yeah, but it's like, how, is everyone going to talk?
I know.
Can't you make it stop?
I know. I wish.
Oh,
They also had the reception outside, and they were already talking already. They had a press conference where they talked. They had like the reception where they talked, and they have this where they talked. And I don't think the reception continued because the sound was right behind.
Oh.
Pardon me.
all right. Well, let me back up. Sorry.
I was good on your way.
Okay, let me back. Sorry about that.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, didn't think I was going to come here to dance. I gave you kudos because I said I said I didn't get myself kicked out yesterday
Yes, thank you.
because I was scared because I said without Sombra and Dimples here,
Oh, yeah.
you may have tased me and that could have fried your hair and that would have been a disaster.
I think that's
So I was protecting you.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So I was, that's what I was worried about. And I did not want, we didn't want anything happening to you. So for your sake, I didn't get kicked out.
That's a good looking out. Good
Yeah.
looking out.
Yeah, I got your back, bud. I got your sex. Cause you know you would have tasted me without them there. Like,
No, we don't want to risk that. Did you see the Michael Jackson movie? It just came out.
no. and I didn't even,
It's
okay.
good.
Is it? Maybe
I
I'll have to
thought
go
it
check it out.
I enjoyed it.
I'll go,
It's 2 hours.
really?
It's pretty good. It's a good.
I'm embarrassed to tell you no, I can't even admit it. I'm so ashamed of myself for the last movie I saw.
Let me try.
I think
Movie was there.
I'm ashamed, but part one was in my, no, not, I would be ashamed of that one.
That's up your alley there.
Yeah, I would like that one. That's a good one. Yeah, I was so embarrassed that I had to go see it.
Disney movie.
Oh, I hate Disney now. Sorry. I hate Disney. No. I don't hate that.
Trying to guess which movie you went to go see.
But it would be embarrassing for me to see. Like, I wouldn't be embarrassed to go see a Disney movie.
Hmm. Okay, I give up.
And part one came out and when I was in like my youth, younger years.
Thank you.
No, that's what do I deal with here? Give you a clue. A clue is like what I talk about here.
Oh,
That should give you a clue.
not to Libre.
No. Is he a Scientologist?
Oh, you saw the cruise movie. I don't know. Oh,
No, I'm not a fan of his. Which one?
top.
Yeah, I had to because like from part one, that was my movie. I didn't know he was a Scientologist. I didn't know anything about Scientology then, but I had to see it. It's like I was so ashamed though.
It was a good movie.
It wasn't a great movie, but
But
I wish they'd just replace it.
yeah, because apparently that's what broke up him and Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, and what not only that,
He apparently didn't like what he was doing.
same thing with his daughter. He grew up without a father because he chose Scientology and disconnected from her because she left. Like, how does a father choose that?
Is John Travolta still part of that?
Oh yeah,
He's still.
yeah.
He's got a lot of family, Bob.
Well, because they're not allowed to, his son, like, they're not allowed to go get medical help. That kid needed medicine. And so that poor kids is another sacrifice. He's on the list of kids that have been died at the hand, in Scientology because had he had proper treatment, maybe he would still be with us. No, they don't believe in medical. Yeah, right. With all those hospitals, they just go there to like convince them that they're great.
Yeah, I don't know much about them. I don't know.
It's awful. No, it's horrible.
I like to focus my energy on other things.
Well, see, that's pretty funny since you're a cop and you're supposed to be helping victims. They have too many victims. See, I'm here for the victims. I don't care about the religious beliefs. It's not even a religion. It's not, but I don't care. But you can believe what you want, but you can't commit crimes on for. And there's way too many crimes. You can't have victims. When the whole basis of your religion is to create victims, it's not a religion.
I don't know. But see, you're not rooted though. Like,
Not active. Hey,
like it's different if you're telling somebody that they're a victim. Like they have to tell you they need help. Like you can't make them because you bother.
they do. He is because he's talking stupid right now.
I mean, just call it like it is.
I do. I'm very honest. Just it's what you see is what you get. I don't play around. But no, because no one has to ask me to talk about. I don't like criminal activity in my neighborhood. Like I could come up and talk about any criminal activity. But
Again, as many people as we can.
oh my gosh, is it time? Is it time?
When it's I'm gonna be letting everybody out.
So I go in my spot?
Yeah. When it's
Thank you for rescuing me and
There's still a bunch of people in the center, so they'll go in there until they clear because they're all coming out this way. When they're all done talking, they're all gonna come out that way.
I will only listen to you under threat of tase because we don't want your hair ruined.
I haven't catch on.
That's why, yeah, because that's why I didn't get kicked out yesterday because like he would tase me because Dimples wasn't here.
If you only knew what's under there.
I know I know it's flammable. I know.
It's great. There's a lot of
Really? That's what I'm scared of. So that's why it's not like him tasing me. Like he would be able to zap me. Like I don't, I don't think I don't know, but like I wouldn't want him to risk it. That I believe. But say for your sake, I didn't get myself kicked out. And here you are insulting me.
It's easier.
Yeah, that's right. And look, and I got the mustache. You said to keep that.
Yeah, it's about it.
Yeah. No, he's the Iron Sheik.
Chic.
Iron Sheik, get it right. Boy, you're just being belligerent all morning. Jeez. All morning. Jeez. Okay, I need a little distraction. Is anyone still here? I don't think they can hear.
Martinez, for leading on the presentation.
I can't go up till they go out. Okay, but listen. Can you guys hear?
I would look forward to making, similar to what we just talked about in the previous, presentation, I was important to celebrate things because it's worth us to talk about this important. And I think that as May Day comes around, as I listen to the different testaments, the different workers that are here today, I'm reminded that, the impact people every generation, right? Because workers and work changes in every generation. It's why it's important that we as the folks that are on the policy side hear from you guys and we use the things to talk about how, work has changed, right? Work has changed. There are, as someone who used to work at Lane, Los Angeles Life for the economy, so if you don't know, the reason Lane exists and built, the whole thing with Lane is they want to make work better for jobs that cannot be exported, right? If there is some jobs that should just have to have people for, and those are the ones that we work really hard to make, their lives better. So 12,000 workers, and everyone was sharing my story about how it's important that you have a dignity at your, place of work. Thank you for that. That is why we are here. We're here to talk about it and we're here to see what we can do. Because at the end of the day, like, some things just can't get done without workers. So, arigato workers, International Workers Day. Thank you.
So Martinez, I really appreciate that you all hold the line on this day. It's so, so important, especially in this country at this time. The bosses all over the world do the same thing. They try to divide the working class. Right now, we have an active movement to divide the white working class from the rest of the working class, to divide immigrant workers from documented
Thank you.
work for companies or corporations, from workers who work in small businesses,
Yeah, it started at 10. It's 11.
that everybody went with workers' work. At this moment in this country, we just found out this morning the cost of the.
They- Like, why are they doing this on a Wednesday instead of Friday? How come they're doing it today instead of Friday? But normally,
I think it's because today's
okay. Today's May 1st?
not for May Day. The preparation for denim,
Oh, done.
That's-
Okay, that makes sense.
but this probably to remind them to come because they can't do the reminder on Friday since it's on Friday. And there's no meeting.
Okay, I thought maybe there's no meeting on Friday. Thank you.
Or than any action.
Okay, that's the answer.
Most of the United States has seen to a general strike. I think probably since the 1950s. And so we want to keep that movement going, keep it strong, and just remind everybody, the whole thing shuts down without. So thank you all so much for everything that you've done.
All of our speakers honoring May Day on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. Thank you so much. See the
Have asthma.
All right, let's continue to share the public comment. It's going to be. It's your turn to speak. Please speak with the agenda item you like to speak. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the item sold for public comment. So, speaking on the agenda, you must get on top. Our goal is to improve faith. Your comment. Or from the- At that.
It is about time.
What were your- Items 3 through 8. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
26 through 84. So, yeah, items that are open for public comment.
Oh, have a good one.
You too.
Item number 15 and item 20 through 80. Item number 10, it's and it's thus not open for public comment. And item 15 is reopened and reflected of the council member. Members of the public may also be named on appointments for general. During general, is the members of the public to speak to any item, or anything else on the setting subject. We will tell you when your time is up. As a few more announcements, if I could have the interpreter take this first one about blue screen. If you require a Spanish like the interpreter, please make sure to pause at which you sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
Si usted requiere interpretación en español, por favor asegúrese de usted hacer una pausa entre sus oraciones para que el intérprete pueda interpretar.
Don't worry, we will pause your time while the interpreter interpreting. We will get the final time.
Así como que vamos a detener el reloj, de presa de este modo, para la actividad de tiempo.
If you made an accommodation request under the ADA or pursuant to the ADA, and owner may of the wireless and financial phone, first off. Once you hear the name you signed up on the call aloud, please raise your hand for the starters to provide which that wireless and phone. The final accommodation was possible and she allowed and we would ask you to please wait and please give the name that you signed up under, called aloud before signing up on the left-hand side of the account page.
I'd like to begin public comment by calling up a few names: King Charles, Jacqueline Figueroa, Aaron Belliston, and Drew Eight.
I hope I got called. I'm so mad.
Good morning, what would you like to speak to?
Okay.
Number 10. So, item number 10 is not currently open for public comments, but you speak with your general, if 1 minute, go ahead.
Good morning, my name is Stephanie Figueroa. I am an associate vice president of development for a local community or a couple of local developer, also for your service questions. I'm here to support item number 10, the recommendation to authorize the agent of run one home for a funding. Our profit travel card is resulted in the support fee. This project will provide 110 new homes for low income households, including a number of units for permanent supportive housing. With your lady serving as the city's only significant permanent funding mechanism, this opportunity is crucial to continue building and preserving us affordable housing. We respectfully request city council to approve our recommendations in item 10 and do everything it can to preserve the potential source of funds for your town. Thank you, and the city of Los Angeles Department for the support that resources and urban home to residents of the U.S.
Thank you, that's good. Good morning, what would you like to speak?
It must be King Charles over there.
This is a very simple, 2-lot subdivision that's ready to go and be recorded at the county. So we are just here to request that one council member might please make a motion to adopt this item forthwith, which would allow the Bureau of Engineering to deliver that map to the engineer, the recorder's office tomorrow, and the county is waiting to receive it tomorrow, so that it can be recorded tomorrow. So if we could just get that item adopted forthwith, so that it can be recorded tomorrow to meet some obligations that the ownership has, what would be tremendously helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and just by way of information, item number 82 is part, but.
It was King Charles. Viewer discretion advised, though.
Go ahead. Let's roll.
It looks like out of the world, 14. But from the fucking. Improvement we do. We have these little. No, fucking ball. Who the hell does something like this in America? It's a communist. Communist on the world. The only communist. So, all of you that voted for this, the business improvement is doing under the United States Code 43 USA 1983. 4 year and 4 years time requirement. I don't know. You know what people put this strength. We put these things right somewhere in the market. In Scotland, we call them bloody shame.
It's never gonna work well in here.
We come over in the middle of the over there. That's right. To put the fences over the base of and all of the other fertilizer today. Over there on the avenue, between Boulevard and Victory. We have weapons to release the office, to go into the area, restore the street light, kick out the road dealers and give us traffic. But no, if the vendors says no, I want more from the DNA. I want more from the because honestly, from the what the hell is your study here?
I didn't want to speak to you, and if you don't want to say, then I'll move to Jeff.
We fucking did it, that's correct. I mean, let's just speak the right.
Public comment.
I speak about the local city. But it's talking about the whole city. And who's speaking around the whole city? Yeah. And it doesn't matter what these fucking does here speak. They don't pay attention. The only thing they're supposed to pay attention to.
Likely to stay on topic.
When the FBI says you're under arrest, then them pay attention. Now, General Cabinet, no, I'm not there around the middle for mayor. She is the cancer. Read Dan Gus's blog today about how naked black men show their genitals to white mothers and families and turn up. This is the work of Cynthia Ramen Noodle. This is what she wants to turn our city into. Vote no on Cynthia Ramen Noodles. Vote no on Karen Bass. The only person left is the homeless white man in city elected who Tracy Martin will not give a formal endorsement because not one she doesn't pay attention to a fucking baby. And number two, she doesn't give a fuck about people who want more homes in the Palisades. So finally, we know the arrest warrants are coming. Come U.S. attorney, start arresting these 15 pieces of dog shit.
Next speaker. Before the next speaker, I'll follow up a few more names. Casey Segura Berlinger, Pablo Meda, JD Banks, Martha Cisneros, Smoking Gang, and Stuart Builders. Get the mic.
I don't know what's going on. It's in this room, it doesn't work, so it's.
It's on.
It's on, Mr. Pumpkinhead.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that, Mr. Dictator. But Pumpkinhead on item 40 here. Want to disclose that current price on 14 indictments regarding the funding to balance and maintain housing. Now, if I was smoking scan, I'd be writing you guys a letter right now saying, fuck housing. What the fuck are you assholes gonna do about it? That's the honest truth. I mean, a white guy like me speaking
Garrity,
to
please.
all you motherfuckers here. There's no
No,
vulgarity in
Garrity.
America.
You're,
This is called the First Amendment, Mr.
you're offensive.
Pumpkinhead.
Right.
I hear a background voice. Are you gonna stop it and just gonna let them talk over me, asshole?
Very offensive.
All right.
Watch your language.
Now, as I watch my ass with my language, I want you to know, Miss Yorwalski, if you're paying attention when you're talking to that stupid
This is your last warning. Stay on top of the items if you want to. That's otherwise you lose your job.
41 motion price Yorgoslavsky fucking right away cleanup. I am on topic.
Fucking right away.
That's CD9. So open up your shit and read it with me. Fuck it. Let me go to the next item because I'm tired. Regarding Harris Dawson and Mr. Santos and Hunt, relative reward for the information leading to the apprehension and conviction of one fucking person. Really? You can't even do your job and you want apprehension of one fucking person? You know how much money it's gonna cost this city to find one fucking person? Pumpkin? No answer? All right, I'll go to the next item. Regarding 49, por ejemplo, escúchame bien, por favor. Cosas aquí en el lugar de Boyle Heights. Nadie no quiere eliminación de los pinches calles, ya están sucios. Pero cabrones, por su especial recognición, protecto, hasta zonas 40 years y servicio. What the fuck that mean? Down to my last seconds on number 46 and CD9, that fucking criminal Christ, and CD13. $30 million to finance a worthless, affordable multifamily. David O'Carter, the federal judge has warned you assholes. You're in contempt. It has to do with multiple family housing, sir. Now into my general public comments. Once an asshole, always an asshole. It's like a summer night smoking scan when I'm out on the beach thinking about Roseanne. No, not the kind of Roseanne you're thinking of, but the kind of Roseanne that I smell my ass when I go to the beach. Oh, goddamn beaches smell. How many times I've been to Venice Beach and they smell like shit? The bathrooms are dirty, the bathrooms are closed, the public can't use the facilities because the goddamn homeless people that you and your multi-families have refused to put in a fucking housing situation, right, Smoking Scam? You know it. That fucking asshole, big head, pumpkin head, continues to interfere with my fucking public comments because he's a racist, dog eating piece of shit, asshole, pinche madre de jamón de cabrón.
Before the next figure beginning.
Hey, no translation? No translation.
Yeah.
Good morning, ladies. What would you like to speak to? Thank you, everybody.
I don't think they listen anyway. Ocean waves.
And here we are, 30+ years later. I told you so. But it's not a lie. The night is nice. I reflect how he did. And he was smart and
He said he does nothing and just they get all this money, but only permanently house what 1,300 people. It's crazy. They have it locked down. They trying. I hope they call me.
Jasmine, Steve J, Maria Moses, Eddie Albert.
Yeah, what would you like to do? The general or the Johnson? General.
Any of those names yours? They call me. Any of those names yours that I can take? See, put so many names, I'll take one of his.
Everything else that occurred. That was the way that CRB plus that are in litigation. The one considering and the other one's property.
This is their break time. That's public work. Like, oh, now we can go have our tea, go have a crumpet, go have whatever, go chat. They don't take this serious. They really could care less for what we have to say until it's voting time.
We're just. You know, but we really don't have any chance of winning. It's just not very many times to stay court. Should we be working and trying to work something out? It's not going away. This is pretty bad for the city. I'm very disappointed in us. Thank you.
Mr. Oscar.
Brandon Aquilano, Maria Luisa Fargo, Fernando Perez, Huck, Johnny Williams, Tochi Medrano, and Lorraine Felix.
Good board. What would you like to do?
My name is Diana Aguilar, I gave it a Michaelino.
The cops might run. That's they might beat us down and go to them. I could see
President of the Boyle Heights Historical Society, would argue that the Boyle Heights never known this history. So this one I'm interested is important to its identity and connected to the Birch Values even before it was known as Boyle Heights. So I'm asking for your consideration as we start renaming replacing Central Office. But thank you. I hope that we'll see Broken Avenue once again. Thank you for consideration.
Okay, next speaker. Good morning. What would you like to speak to? Item back. Okay, so, item 12, you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead. You don't need to put that. I don't think that is.
Vengo a apoyar a la posición del dinero que nos van a dar para
For Brentford, San Pedro, I'm here to support the proposition for the money that they're gonna give for the new housing.
y estoy agradecido que todos los que vuelvan a mí. Gracias y hermanos de pública.
Grateful that you're gonna build the home, but they're gonna be very big. Go ahead. I think that's all. What would you like to speak to?
Ahora ya, mi nombre es María Montes y es comentario público del artículo 10.
Maria Montes, and I do general public comment for number 10. I'm sorry, general what, thing? Could, number 10. Okay, you have 1 minute for general, go ahead. We'll get it over there.
Okay, yo estoy aquí para el programa de 2015 y son contentos por lo que estos años.
On 15, and we're very happy because it's a very big one for us.
Y solamente quiere enfatizar que se nos han mantenido muy informados desde el principio de este proyecto.
I'm here to emphasize that it has kept us very well informed since the beginning of this project.
Se nos ha dicho y se nos ha tomado esperanza en cada cambio.
We have been informed and we have to take into account with every change that happens.
Acla y los desarrolladores, ellos han escuchado nuestros comentarios y sobre
We've heard our needs and our comments.
y nos han invitado a todas las juntas, viendo las puertas, también viendo los cartas con día y lugar donde van a hacer las juntas.
And they have invited us to all the meetings and they have sent us cards with information about the location and timing where all the meetings were going to take place.
Y se nos dan los cambios, avances y cualquier cosa que queremos preguntar, ahí se nos tienen informado.
They have informed us of all the changes with time in advance of whatever thing is going to happen for
Cada vez que nos aclaran nuestras dudas o cualquier pregunta que tenemos,
and we are also our doubts or these satisfied with whatever questions we have.
se nos dan correos electrónicos, teléfonos o cualquier cosa por si en otro momento tenemos alguna duda o pregunta.
They've been emails and phone numbers, if there's ever any moments that we have questions because of their doubts.
Por eso, yo estoy muy contenta y estamos muy emocionados y ojalá que sigamos adelante con este proyecto.
You have this part of the past, the glad. So yes, we are very much. All of that. You have 1 minute, go ahead.
Me llamo Fernando y trabajo en Winter Smithburg en el distrito 5.
My name is Fernando, I work in Peters Central District 5.
Estoy aquí para pedirles que aprueben la ordenanza de trabajo justo para la comida rápida.
I'm here to ask that you approve the fast food for workforce.
Me declaré en huelga en Winter Smithburg después de descubrir que mi jefe estaba robando el salario de los trabajadores.
I declared myself on strike in Peters Central after finding out that the boss was stealing wages.
Después de la huelga, la gerencia intentó intimidarnos para que abandonáramos el sindicato y no volviéramos a hacer huelga.
And after finding out, the management tried to intimidate us to make us abandon this strike.
Pero mis compañeros y yo hemos recibido capacitación sobre nuestros derechos y sabemos que tenemos derecho a hacer huelga por lo que es justo.
But me and my coworkers, we have been informed of our rights, and we know that we have the right to go on strike till we get our.
Este es el poder de aprender juntos y en persona sobre nuestros derechos, ya no es tan fácil engañarnos.
And that is the power of learning together about our rights, and now it's not so easy to school us.
Estas sensaciones de capacitación son valiosas, pero solo cuando se toman en serio y se realizan en persona.
In these situations, training are very important, they're very valuable to us, but only if they're taken seriously and if they are real active person.
Para que todos podamos regresar al trabajo con la confianza de que compartimos el mismo conocimiento y comprensión.
With the confidence that we can all go to work with
being knowledgeable about all of it. What would you like to speak to?
On item 32 and general public comment.
Okay, so you'll have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the item. Go ahead.
Thank you. On item 32, today's who are supporting SB 1076 on fire insurance. As a resident of Granada Hills Highlands, which is in a very high fire hazard severity zone, we maintain our properties within city requirements, but our community suffers from fire insurance cancellations and increases in premiums. And we've been subject to evacuations of the fair fire. Mr. John, please don't leave. I'm here to talk with you. Convenient that you're leaving right now. Evacuations of the Savage fire in 2019 and the Hurston Archer fires. We're glad that you recognize the impacts of wildfire, but not as city councilman. He does not, when he does that, we're here to speak to him on a various number of items on these issues of wildfire in our community and the lack of affordability that our constituents face and issues with the Cal Fair, fair plan. And as we continue here with general comment, it is surprising that the application for elder care facilities by Consul and Morningstar, which the family is very aware of, which is why he's scurried out of here like the scared mic, is causing danger to our neighborhood in case that there would be an evacuation in that very high fire hazard severity zone. Thank you. At least some person, somebody watching here. And we as a community, we ourselves found defects in the application. City planning should limit that application. So that's our confluence with the developer. The property owner, I'm just and we have to find this issue and that's it to the ethics. Commission, and you know, we received no response on finding out whether that application has been voided or not. They are applying for an exemption or around sequence, so city planning, you were supervising, do you hear city council members? We have a fire in our neighborhood, it's not a.
Thank you.
I'd like to call more speakers before the next speaker goes. Andrew Gravener, Alfonso de Diverso,
Yes.
Jacqueline Figueroa, Eva Amar, and Medica Esquivel, Fernando Perez, and Daniel Barajas.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Federal Oldham.
Okay, so 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, my name is Sochi Medrano and I am the political director for the District Council of Ironworkers, also affiliated with the LAOC Building Construction Councils. And I'm here to speak on behalf of the 4 item number 10. By streamlining the environmental review and permitting process for transit-oriented housing, the city removes the red tape that often stalls critical projects and keeps our members on the job site. Off the job site. We support this move because it provides the certainty needed to get shovels in the ground faster at a steady flow of high quality clean jobs that offer family sustaining wages and benefits. We urge again to close the item 10 to Los Angeles building and our workforce moving. Thank you.
Right now.
Good morning. Testing, testing.
Good morning. You have 3 minutes for the item and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the item.
Thank you. I want to start with the one that confronted, that I don't know what the item number is, that confronted Mr. McCosker and the one that confronted Mr. Lee. If you see the difference, you know, that Mr. McCosker stayed and listened and even made eye contact with his constituent. Mr. Lee ran off like a little chicken. And, you know, he owes me an apology and he owes the speaker an apology. So good job, Mr. McCosker. I'll give you credit for that. I know it's not easy to take, you know, to sit here and hear criticism, but I will give you credit for that. But I'm here. I also want to talk about number 41. And you know, I'm thinking that Smoke and Scan may agree with me on this item. When I read item, okay, that and I saw that it was CD 9 asking for $200,000 for a cleanup. Like, this is sad, but it's the truth. My thought was, well, it's CD 9, that council person there who is CD 9, okay, has numerous indictments against him for fraud. And my first thought was, is this a fraudulent agenda item? Hopefully not. But because in Mr. Price, I am asking you, I don't understand why you're not stepping down until it's being adjudicated. I'm not saying you're guilty. I'm not saying you're not guilty. I have no idea. That's what the court's going to decide. But I don't understand why you are still here. And now we have no confidence. I have zero confidence whenever I see anything CD9, especially because you helped Scientology at the Shrine event, okay, to where they are required to keep the sidewalks open, but CD9 helped them. They allowed them to keep it shut and even allowed Scientologists to card and ID anyone trying to get through to their dorms, to the restaurant, whatever it is they wanted to go to. And again, this is not the behavior that we want from our council people. So I am asking you to please, we need confidence in our, I'm going to guess and hazard to guess a smoke and scanner will say that he has no confidence in any of you. But when you're indicted, like it's time to step down. And I'm respectfully, I'm not, it's just respectfully. But number 53. Okay, you're preparing an ordinance to add to the definition of public nuisance. I want you to add, okay, that to the definition, anything like the Scientology Test Center that is a nuisance because it attracts global protest, global TikTok runs, whatever it is, it's a nuisance. And because they've all these years of crimes, of recruitment, of like tactics that are that are not good, okay? And it's a nuisance. So I am asking you to please add that definition. Okay, and then other than that, I'm saying no to any of your street vacations. I don't want Scientology thinking that's okay. Okay, I'm here. I want to talk about Denim Day. Okay, I'm glad you're talking about Denim Day, but I'm going to sit here. I don't have denim, but in denim color to stand up for all the women in Scientology Sea Org slave organization that had to have forced abortions in order to not lose everything. I'm going to talk for all the girls and the children and boys who were pedophile, by pedophiles, raped by pedophiles, because they don't see children as children and they didn't do anything. You guys didn't do anything. Even now, as victims come forward, you're doing nothing. And all the different and the victims of Danny Masterson, okay, who were not allowed, who were horribly treated and not allowed to go to the law to ask for help for being date raped, whatever, by Danny Masterson. Okay, yes, we're getting some justice. But I'm standing up for them because they got excommunicated for going to the police and saying that they were raped. And you guys don't care. I see all you and you all sit up here and talking about victims and you don't care about these victims. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Who wants to come up?
No, you wanna go ahead, you're next?
You still want to come? Or you want to do it from the?
Pardon me.
Or do it from here? You want to walk?
Your eyes frozen up.
Yes. I can hold the mic. Madam Speaker.
Good afternoon. What we're gonna do-
Yes, I was working,
It's just because
I was, I mean,
people downstairs.
I- senior citizens. And now it seems that something else is happening. And it could be, as well, struggling to. Which. Absolutely. It's. Really needs and then this issue. And I feel that.
Shout out to Swampscott.
It's the choice. All the things you've done. So I wanted to look after our seniors and not have that whole become a senior center.
I don't think so.
Or sorry, good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Public comment, please. City Council, I
I'm here before you regarding the county plan since 0430. I'm here to address this profound historical grievance. In 1993, the renaming of Wilson Avenue was forced upon us. So I was concerned with well, interest. This new bridge didn't just change the song.
Yeah, he speaks and he shows.
This has been there since 1875. Which is happy.
He shows the meetings too. Thank you. Hi. You too. He shows the meetings, and which is great and gives commentary and it's just so, you know, without the smoking skin. But guys, because I'm running out of battery space. And yesterday was an 8-hour stream, 8.5 hours, I think. So I am like, I'm just gonna call it quits right now. No, he streams the meetings. He streams them. And and they hate it. They absolutely hate it. So I've literally heard different of the workers like complaining about it downstairs, and it's just kind of funny. They just it's torture to them. No, he's not here. He streams it. Like he streams not from here. Like they have their TV. They have a TV. It goes on their YouTube or TV or what. He's local, so he's able to get it from the TV wherever they're doing it, and then he streams it. Oh, thank you, kiosk. Love you back. Hey, rib guy. Yes, you will. I know we have to. Well, I don't want to say making any plans on here because they watch and listen, but absolutely. And I and so thank you guys being here with me. It's gonna wow. It just seems like only 2 hours. Like it seems like a short one, but yeah, I'm gonna call it quits. I'm still tired from yesterday, but I woke up. I'm happy I came. I'm really happy I came. I'm happy I wore denim. Like I don't wear denim because I don't have any denim. But look at this shirt color. I was like, it's denim color, right? So also it worked out well. It looks like I know what I'm doing. Hey, Jason, what's up with you? But anyway, have a good one. All right, guys. So I'm going to say bye. I'm going to say thank everyone for coming. I know that room is really hard to hear, and it's even worse. Yeah, yesterday was 8.5 hours. I literally, I went, I crashed. I think that's how I woke up refreshed. I just slept so soundly, which was great. It was wonderful. But I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to get out of here. But all right, love you guys. Talk to you soon.